It is Wednesday, 7th October. I'm back with today's analysis for the trades we took on Monday, just to catch up on what has happened since then. So going back to Monday, we had positions open on gold, pound Aussie, Aussie CAD, USDJPY, and the NASDAQ. So we're going to go back and take a look at what happened through yesterday coming into today. So we can see the winners and the losers and take a look at what could have gone wrong, where things didn't work out as I expected. Starting with gold, I took a buy here. So the entry was right here. Shortly after we price bounced, broke, and returned above this support level. So that was the basis for the buy, and of course, because the candles were still blue, this was the trade, and the trade played out quite nicely. So the entry was here, and how many hours later? 1, 2, 3 hours later, this position was closed in profit, and that was beautiful. 0.5%, 0.5% move. That is percentage change in price. And I haven't taken another trade on gold. We had another position open on Aussie CAD. We had a position on Aussie CAD. I think that was the second position. Yes, that was a buy. I had a buy entry on Aussie CAD, and that one didn't work out as I expected. This was the position. This was the trade right here. So price kind of came into profit for a while. You know, we had that trend line over there, broke it, but didn't close above it. This candle broke, but didn't close above this trend line. So that meant that there was solid resistance up here, and obviously price dropped, and this position was closed in a loss. And as soon as I saw this signal, I got in on another. I opened a sell entry just here. Remember, I just play by the rules no matter what. So I got into a sell, had a little bit of a drawdown for a couple of hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for 6 hours. You're just sitting in a drawdown. But eventually, price broke to the downside, and just within 1 hour, we hit the profit, and we managed to recover part of the loss that we took here. And so this was a good trade. I'm currently in another sell entry. Remember, we have a sell signal here. The candles are red, and I'm looking for sell opportunities. So we are in a sell trade at the moment. I opened a sell trade, and I'm hoping to get out here when it forms a double bottom. I'm expecting it to come down here to put in a double bottom, and by then I'll just be getting out. I'll get out with a profit down here. But in case it doesn't play out as I'm expecting it to do, we'll get out up here with a loss. Or if it gives us a buy signal, then I don't have to wait for the stop loss to be hit. I'll just get out of that position and immediately open a buy trade, in the opposite direction. It is as simple as that. No need to complicate anything. Rules are rules. We stick to the rules. And then I had another trade on pound Aussie. I opened a buy entry here on pound Aussie. The first entry was here. Price action. Well, the price kept pulling back, and when it got down here, I loaded up because of this bullish engulfing candle, which also gave us a confirmation of a demand zone, and we were sitting at this we're sitting at this support level, which is quite strong. It's been tested several times as a support and resistance level, you know, over time. And I drew this last year, by the way. These levels were drawn in last year, but as you can see, price keeps respecting them. So this level was a very good confirmation when we broke back above it. So I just loaded up. As you can see, these little small blue arrows. I just opened a bunch of additional positions here. But I had a scalp. I first closed this one, the first position. I closed it on this candle, and then the new entries that I made here, I held on to them and closed them here. Yeah, I closed some of them here, and then the others, if I had, actually I think I got out of everything on this candle here because I wasn't sure what price action was going to do going forward, you know, also because we were coming to the end of the day, and indeed price pulled back, you know, quite a bit, and I didn't want to sit through all this, so I closed everything here. It was a very beautiful profit that I took on those trades. I think I can show you how that played out. Pound Aussie. This is AUDCAD. Yeah, a little profit on AUDCAD. And that was the loss on AUDCAD. This was the profit on gold. You know, I tried to trade Euro Aussie here, and that one also ended up in a loss. Closed in a loss. I'm trying to look for Pound Aussie. Where are the Pound Aussie trades? Oh, yeah, here we go. So Pound Aussie is here. It's on 5th October. Yeah, same date. So made a couple of profits, you know, additionally, you know, some scalp on gold, and then I had a trade on Pound Aussie here. That's the profit I made on Pound Aussie, and I made some more money on gold, scalping it. And then the next position is Euro USDJPY. So yeah, Aussie was a beautiful trade, and then I got into another position here yesterday. You know, yesterday the candles were blue. Obviously, the trend lines. I mean, the trend is to the upside. So I just bought here, and I've been sitting on this. Well, we were in profit for quite a while. My profit is slightly above this level. If I'd put it here, I would have already gotten out of this with profit, but well, I missed that, and I just woke up this afternoon while I was sleeping. I got up to this drawdown, and so this is we're gonna watch this and see what happens. But my stop loss is down here, just in case shit hits the fan. That's where I'm getting out of this one. But for now, it looks good. I think it's gonna close in profit. USDJPY. Yeah, this was a very interesting story here on USDJPY. I entered up USDJPY here on these red candles. I expected this to be a brief pullback on this move. After this move, pull back to this zone, this support level here, and I expected price to drop, and indeed it dropped. But when it dropped, I wasn't looking. It dropped at midnight, and then bounced straight back up. Was rejected very strongly, and it just kept going up. And when I woke up the following day, we were sitting up here. Actually, at midnight, I think at 1 o'clock, I got up and I took a look at it. It was up here, so I loaded up again. I added to the position because of that trend line. And in the morning, we were sitting up here, at this resistance level. I loaded up again. At this point now, I was just looking for an average to get out of the position. I just wanted a small pullback. After loading up here, I was just looking for a small pullback to this trend line, and as soon as I got it, I jumped out of that position, with a very small profit on average, and this was it. And as you can see, price continued to the upside. We got a buy signal, and we've been going up ever since. So it's always very important to study the market. You know, look at price action and see how the market is behaving, and you can see the yen became really weak, lost momentum. The pound, the dollar gained momentum for some reason. The dollar became stronger for some reason, and that's what happened. So, but good for me, I got out without getting hurt. And then we had a position on NASDAQ. Yes, we had a position on NASDAQ. That one also played out quite nicely. I had an entry on NASDAQ. It was a sell here at 11339.31, but well, we went into a drawdown, as you can see here, because if we look at it here, let's look at the actual entry. You know, this is where pound Aussie, rather dollar yen was when we last looked at it. And then NASDAQ, yeah. So NASDAQ is here. That was the entry. The entry was here. Shortly after that sell signal, got into a sell, and we never saw any profit. I think we saw profit. No, we didn't. Yeah, just a little bit of profit here, and we just started going up, and price never came back, just kept going up. So it put in that as it started to make new highs, I decided to draw that trend line over there from here, connecting it to this, and I was anticipating that price would bounce off of it, and indeed it bounced off of it. I had a pending order waiting up here. Yeah, I think that pending order didn't register. Okay, it didn't register when I was recording, but I added a pending order up here, and it got triggered on this spike because it was sitting slightly above these levels. I placed it there based on this level here, and it was activated by this spike, and price dropped right back into profit in just 3 hours. So this was a beautiful trade on NASDAQ. I haven't gotten into any other trade since then, because it was quite a nasty waiting period. I mean, it was so many hours, like I had to wait for the whole day, more than a day and a half, almost 2 days of waiting. This was not a very nice experience as far as the speed of execution of the trade goes. So currently now we are sitting on some other trades, sitting on a massive drawdown here on, well, it's not really massive, it's just $3,000. The stop loss is here, safely protected in case shit hits the fan. I'm gonna get out here with a little loss, but the take profit is up there. I've been averaging into this position because it first I opened it when the candles were still blue up here. I was expecting price to break to the upside, but it didn't, and we've been in a drawdown ever since. So just waiting for this to play out, and then we'll see what happens. Pound Aussie, I have a new entry on Pound Aussie also. I think we saw this already, and so we're waiting on that to play out. We're putting in a beautiful support level here. Still bullish. My bias is still bullish on this, obviously, because the candles are still blue, and the trend lines confirm that we are still in an uptrend. Over here we go to CAD yen. CAD yen, I have a running trade here on CAD yen as well. I opened it here yesterday on this candle. I expected the pullback to be sustained for a long time, which indeed wasn't. Did it? I kind of went into profit. I would have closed it here if I wanted to, but I didn't want to. I thought I would get a little bit more You know, I wanted to respect my take profit, so I did, and price obviously decided to put me in a massive drawdown. Sat on this drawdown overnight, and today, this morning, when I woke up, actually I just slept through the London session. I just woke up to record this, and currently we are in some beautiful profits. I'm considering closing this actually because we are back to this level and price doesn't seem to want to continue. So I'm just gonna get out of this one now. Yeah, just gonna get out of that and look for new opportunities later. So we can count this as winner. We got out of it here. We've closed it at the current price. Yeah, so that's a winning trade. We've gotten out of it as a winner. We also have another position open here on CADCHF, Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. It's in profit, but I'm looking for something big. I'm looking for a break above this trend line. So we're gonna see how that plays out. But I have it's safely protected down here. Aussie card, we already looked at that. I'm in a sale. You know, previous positions played out as I explained to you, and now we're looking to see what happens with this position. And that's it for today. I'll be back with an update either later today or tomorrow, depending on how the market behaves or how the market plays out going forward. Goodbye.